You that are having certain experiences, you know what I want to tell you? It's just a valley experience. What did David say? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. That's all it is. It's just a valley experience. And guess what? Life still goes on. The enemy want to break people in that valley experience. He wants you to lose your mind in that valley experience. You understand? And so as you keep going, when you press your way through, see that valley experience, he wants to destroy you. But the word of God already says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Why? Because thou art with me. You see? Understand, nothing new under the sun. So life still goes on. And now what I want to show you is, for you that are interested in changing, I done showed this so many times on different vehicles, all different type of vehicle. It's just the same thing, different ball game. Every vehicle got a oil filter, a oil pan, and when you change your oil, it's one of the simplest things you can do. And I'm going to show you just how to do it. It's so simple, right? So even though you're going through the valley experience, keep moving. So let me show you. This is the filter. That's the filter up there, the oil filter, that Fram filter. Let me turn the camera around. As easy as 1, 2, 3. You can get you some wraps like these right here. You can get them from the parts store. Right there. Wrap. You just drive up on some wraps. And then you also want to get, you see that little jack stand right there? That's just a second security in case this ramp was to fail. Even though it's heavy enough to pick up more than this little small car here. But at the same time, you want to always have an extra security whenever you're up under a vehicle like that. So you got your ramp, and then you got your extra security, 2 jack stands, 1 on each side of the car. So now you know the car is secure. You want to have your emergency brakes up, right? And so what you do is, that's the where I was showing you the filter. That right there is the oil filter. When you're identifying the type of filter you need for your car, all you got to do is go in the parts store. You can ask the folk what size filter you need, and or there's a book inside. I've showed you in a previous video a while back how to look in the book to identify the filter that you need, right? So this cover here, I'm not even going to take this cover off. I'm going to drain this oil first, and what I'm going to do is pretty much I have to loosen the bolt. And I forgot what size bolt this is. I think it may be a 17 millimeter, but I'm not sure. So let me get my wrench. I got to get my wrench. Now I found the correct socket. It's a 14 millimeter. And all that means is this right here, this socket. I got this 14 millimeter socket. And that's what size this bolt is. You want to put a socket on there that doesn't give a lot of play. If it has a lot of play in it, it's not the right size. Like when you put it on there, this is what play looks like. When you put it on there, you want to see if it moves. If it moves around, it's going to script that bolt. So that's how you know it's not the right size. And then what you want to do is you want to have your oil pan set up. So when the oil comes out, it drains right in the oil pan. And this car, I think this car it only holds like 4 quarts, so it's not going to be that much that drains out of here. This is something that takes less than 30 minutes, literally less than 30 minutes, and you can do it yourself and save money. So anyway, all you got to do is loosen this bolt, left loose, right tight. It's good to keep busy, especially when you're going through a valley experience. Especially when you're going through a valley experience. It's good to keep busy, baby. Yep, it's good to keep busy. Don't sit still and think about what your adversaries are doing. You get you some scriptures, you say your prayers, and you meditate on them scriptures and keep moving while you meditate. Yep. So anyway, I had to get my little piece of tissue ready. So make sure you wear some goggles or something to cover your eyes. So and the oil and stuff come out. You don't get any in your eyes. There you go. Simple as that. It ain't even gonna take long. It's gonna drain. And then see while that's draining, I'm gonna take this filter off. I'm going to put the phone down while I take this filter off, because I'm going to need both of my hands for that. And when you get ready to take the filter off, once all the oil drains, let it sit. Once all the oil drains, all you got to do is take this bolt, tighten this bolt right back. Oh shoot. I had the top, I had to loosen the thing for the oil start coming up some. But make sure it's going down in there. I heard it bubbling. It's a little breather on there. Once all the oil drains, you put this bolt right back on there and tighten it up. You can let it sit and drain for a good bit while you take the filter and stuff off. Put the bolt to the side. Make sure you don't lose it, baby. Make sure you don't lose it. And where's the filter? Okay. When it comes to taking the filter off, you need a filter wrench. And this is what a filter wrench looks like. There's different ones. There's like a band that can go around it, and you stick it up there and you twist it. When you twist it, it gets tighter and tighter. And then you have a filter wrench that looks like, get it off of this new filter. Have one that looks like this, where you stick a ratchet right up in there, and then you stick it up on the filter, and then you put your ratchet on there, and you just twist it off, right? And as you twist it off, you want to make sure you have a piece of tissue here, or pull the pan back some, or just have some tissue there, because it's going to leak some oil as well. And once you screw that filter off, all you do, put it to the side, sit it in your oil pan upside down so the oil can drain back. Sit it in your this drain pan so the oil can drain out of that, and then you just put your new filter on. Simple as that. Put the new filter on, put the bolt back on here. Make sure this completely stops. Just let it, if you got time, let it drain all the way out. When you go to these shops and stuff, you ain't gonna get this. Once it done drain out from being thick, they'll put the bolt back on to see how that's still like a steady flow. Or they'll put the bolt back on it just like that. But see, when you do your stuff yourself, you can go in the house, cook, let it sit. If you got time, if you're doing it on the day that you're off, you can let it sit and let it just drain, get all that old oil out. And then also when you change your oil, you don't want to change it cold. You want to let it be kind of warm so all that old suds and stuff gets out, you know. But when you go into these shops, that's for profit. So they just got to get these cars in and out. They can't take that time and give it no tender love and care like you would with your own, right? But it's so simple when you got time and you can do it yourself, you know. A lot of people are being priced out of their vehicles because they can't, or they don't understand the simplest things. And we all get like that sometimes. When you don't understand something, it seems like a complex until you learn it. And you be like, oh, that's what it is? Oh, that's all you got to do to change your alternator? That's what you got to do to change the starter? That's what you got to do to drop this little transmission out? There's a transmission right here. Oh, that's all you got to do to drop that out? You know, one thing leads to another. Oh, that's all you got to do to drain the radiator? See the radiator right here? This is the radiator right here. The drain bolt is right up under there. One thing leads to another. You get a coolant first, you drain the radiator, put new coolant in. Everything is so simple once you start learning. But when you lack that knowledge, you don't have the power. People can take advantage of it. And that's in everything in life. And some of us, when we learn knowledge, we share it and we help our brothers and sisters come up. God's people are supposed to rise and come up. But you get some people, when they get some knowledge and they start gaining, they become greedy and they want to take more and more and more and more, even though they may have enough for themselves. They don't want to share with you, you know, or they want to try to find a way to capitalize it. It's okay for people to charge for their services for time. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about people who deliberately just so greedy, you know, they want to charge for everything, and then they want to get what they can get for free, but steady charging and beating other people over the head. That's why the world is the way it is now, because of greed. Yep. All over the world because of greed and control. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this filter wrench set up so you can see how I do that. Okay, so I want to show you something. This is the new filter. The grip on it is different than the one that's up there. The one that's up there is shaped a little slimmer, and it doesn't have this grip. And I put this filter wrench on it, and it keeps slipping. It keeps slipping. I put this filter wrench on the new filter to test the size, and it holds. So that one that's on there is tight. I can't get it off with this. So this is also an alternative filter wrench, and it adjusts to different sizes as well. However, that filter is too small for this to grip it. So now I got to bring in my grip. This is another filter wrench that I can adjust right down the size, and it'll bite those teeth right in it. But you only want to use one of these if you're taking a filter off for something that you're going to reuse a filter, don't use this, because it's going to grip it and dig into the sides of the metal. And sometimes it even punctures it. So I'm going to put this on it, and I'll spin it off. See, this is how this sets up. And it's already bent, that can. But you just got to keep readjusting it and just spinning it. See how it's already bent. I don't know if the camera can see it, but it will puncture it, and you don't want to puncture a hole in it because it'll drip on you while it's still up there. But I've already got it loosened, and I'm just going to keep spinning, taking my time spinning it, and I'm going to put the phone down because I know all is going to drip, and I don't want to drip. See how it's already got the can pinched up, but it's loosening that bad boy. That grip wrench will get into the filter and really loosen it. See, it's leaking. I've got it loosened enough. Now I can finish loosening it by hand, and it's gonna leak. So you want your pan down there to catch that leak. Oh yeah. Oh boy. See, it leaks. And I try not to get it on my doggone hand, but that's why I got the gloves. So there's the filters off. Just sit it right in there. Let me clean my hand, and I'll clean up all that's leaking, and then put the new filter on. Got all the oil cleaned up. Now I'm about to put the new filter on. Oh, I probably need my other hand for that. Can I get it up in there with this? Okay, yeah, I got it up in there. Right to tight. We did left loose and right to tight. Okay, I think I got it going on. Yep, it's going smooth and then coming back off. There we go. Okay, now I got it on. And I'm going to just hand tighten this because I can get a good grip on it with that different grip. I'm not going to use the tool to tighten it. Get a good snug hand tight. And that's good right there. Yep, that's good enough right there. It's going to get tight anyway at this here. And that, my friend, is how you drain the oil. And, add it all. It's simpler. It just gets easier from here. Let me get from up under this car. I done put the bolt back in place. Bolt is tightened back. And that's it. The oil done drained. Got everything from underneath there. Put my tools back after I'm completely done. Move the oil off. Put the oil all to the side. You can take this oil container here to O'Reilly's, Advanced, all of your auto stores, and they have a huge container in the back of their stores. Sometimes you can go in through the back. It's just for those who come in to dump oil. Move your mouth off of that, Mate. You dump oil. That's where you take your oil, any fluids, and you dump it in their containers. You can dispose of it there, and then now you're set up for the next time you need your oil change. And so here, we've already removed the engine oil cap. Make sure the engine is off, not running. And you don't want to take that oil cap off when the engine is hot. And so what you want to do is, what I like to do, well, I don't need this funnel attached here to it. I can remove that. Just stick it in there like that. But what I like to do is I like to take the engine oil stick out and wipe off any oil that may have been on the stick already. That's left on the stick. And I like to sit the oil stick to the side. Sometimes I'll stick it back in it and make sure nothing's on it. But I like to sit the oil stick to the side. And then and also you can get some washer fluid when you're changing. If you do your oil and stuff yourself, you top up all your washer fluid, any other fluids that need to be topped up. You top up that too. You can buy that at the store for like $1.88 for a whole gallon of that washer fluid. But anyway, I've got this oil here. It's 5 quarts, and I believe it takes only 4 if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna use both hands because I don't like to waste oil. I don't like to waste oil, baby. But I'm gonna use both hands and fill this up with oil to the proper amount, and then I'll put the stick back in to check it. After it sits for like 2 minutes, make sure it's at the full. Want to check it, make sure you see that this one doesn't have an F. This one has an H and an L, so that means high and low. So you want to make sure it's covered at that H right there, or if you have an F above that, and that second hole covers that second hole, right? So that's it. That's pretty much it. You know how to change oil. You hung out with your little country bunking sister, right? We just keep on moving. We just keep on moving, keep on learning, keep on growing, baby. You know, even when you're in the valley, you can learn things. You have time in the valley because you choose. Remember what I told you the other day? We have the power to control our thoughts. Our thoughts are greater for us than the thoughts of another. But anyway, I hope that helps somebody. That's how you change it all. Move on through your valley. Have a blessed day. I love you.